Hey guys, I missed you a ton. I know right before spring break we were working really hard and sounding really good on our music. I'm hoping to continue our technique so that when we do get back together, we won't have lost anything, and maybe we've learned a few things too, or are better at the things we do know. So we're going to go in the red book. I know I hear the moans of the class right now. Red book. But it will help us develop our technique. So I'm looking at page 18 and 19. And we're going to do some of these lines. The finger pattern for this is going to be with a high second finger and a high third finger. So you're going to have a whole step between here, like normal, but also a whole step here. And then fourth finger is going to be close by. That's where your half step is. So looking at 73, I would actually do the whole first line with fourth fingers to help me find my high third finger, because for me they touch. So that way I know exactly where that third finger is going to go. So let's go through the notes of 73. So I have fourth finger A, fourth finger A, high third finger G sharp, F sharp, E, fourth finger D, fourth finger D, high third finger C sharp. Remember, high means towards the bridge because the pitch goes higher this way. And then B to finish out the line, okay? Which is a regular second finger, a high two. Then on the second line, I would practice open strings because we do have come from the other string instead of starting on the string for the measure. So I would have B, B, open A, and then finding that G sharp, that high three right away. B, B, A, G sharp, F sharp, E, E, D, C sharp. Okay, that's that high third finger. All right, feel free to pizzicato with me this first time through if you're having trouble understanding where all those notes are going to go, or you can rewind and get the names of the notes again if you need that as well. All right, let's play together. Like I said, if you need to pizzicato first, you can. Make sure my fourth finger's in tune. 1, 2, 3. Sound like it ends there. I know, it's really annoying, right? It just keeps going. It's just the opening of the theme from Beethoven's Symphony 8. So it's really this beautiful theme, but it doesn't feel like it ends because they only gave us a snippet of it. All right, so we're going to jump to 76. Feel free to play the other lines on this page. I know we all know 75. So it starts on G sharp. You know that song, so you're welcome to practice that. It's only going to get you better. I'm just going to skip ahead. So we're going to do 76, the A major scale. For this first time through, it does say to write in the names of the notes. So go ahead and press pause so that you can write in the names of the notes underneath the notes. All right, we should be back. You should have written in all the notes. Don't forget about your C sharps, your G sharps, right? So in our key signature, the sharps are in order of the sharps that we will add. So we have F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp is the last one in the key signature. So we've got this, and we're going to play Mississippi Stop Stop first, just to really lock in our tuning and not worry so much about our bow. So we're going to start on A on the G string. We're going to go this beat. 1, 2, ready, and. half notes, again for tuning, making sure that we're really in tune. So we're going to go this speed. 1, 2, ready, go. Trouble remembering getting to that high third finger, you might want to practice that again. Just click rewind and practice and practice and practice. Or you can press pause and just practice it on your own so you remember you're going to that high 3, especially on the way down. I think on the way up it's easier to remember. On the way down it's harder because we're so used to a different finger pattern, so it's a little harder to remember that third finger is going to be far, far away. Next up I want to play through it at a moderato tempo, which is what it says. And then you can do a couple of things with this. Obviously you can play along with me, but you could also play it in a round like we do in class when we play scales in a round. So I would start, I'd play the first 2 notes, and then you'd start. When I'm on my 3rd note, you start at the beginning. So that could be really, really fun and a great way to practice your tuning as well. So you can play a duet with me. All right, so let's go and play a little bit faster. We're gonna go this speed. Ready, set, go. That was a lot of fun. I love scales. We're going to do 77, which is the A major arpeggio. Again, it's just, again, did you see what I did there? It is just this finger pattern with this high space here and a high space here to 4th finger close. Okay, so it just doesn't let you cheat. You can't cheat on this one. You have to be there ready to go because it goes right away from 1 to that high 3. All right, so we're going to go this speed. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, feel free to practice that as many times, either with me or press pause and practice that so you can really get that 3rd finger where it needs to be. We're going to go ahead and go on to page 19 and do number 79. Same idea, but now on the C string. I love the C string. All right, remember you should feel it vibrating all up in here. Then you know you're playing with enough weight in the ball. All right, we're going to do 79 and 1, 2, ready, go. If you have a hard time reading the notes, feel free to write in the names of the notes and the fingerings. It does tell you on the way up, but it doesn't tell you on the way down. So take the time to mark your music so that it's easier for you to play. And we're going to jump to the D major scale and arpeggio down low. Similar to the A major scale, except we're not going to practice the Mississippi stop-stops, but I do recommend that you do that so you can really get that in tune. But we will practice nice and slow half notes. And it includes the arpeggio at the end. So again, remember, no scooping that 3rd finger. You have to have it there. So just stay in this pattern this whole time. These whole 2 pages are all of this pattern. So you just stay in this pattern this whole time. All right. 81, D major scale, nice and slow. We're going to go this speed. Ready, set, go. Actually encourages you to play open strings on your scale. I think it's to help with your tuning so that you have a reference point that you can't change. Because if you play fourth finger, your fourth finger could be out of tune and your whole hand could sound in tune, but it's not in tune necessarily with your open strings. So I think that's why they encourage using open notes for the scale here. So go ahead and practice that slowly, and we're going to go ahead and play a little faster. So remember, this is a video. You can press pause, you can go back, do whatever you need to do. We're going to go this speed. Ready, set, go. We're gonna jump to rigadoon. So rigadoon has a little blanks to ask you to fill in the blanks of what the pattern is, and I'm actually going to tell you now, but then it asks you if it's binary or tertiary form, and so you can look at the form in the red box and decide for yourself, and we'll probably have a little discussion on Canvas about it. So 82 rigadoon. So we have that same finger pattern. I told you this song is all about this finger pattern. And we also have first and second endings. We have bow circles. We have dotted half notes that get 3 beats. Make sure you're counting your 3 beats. Just a quick review on first and second endings. We're going to play line A the first time with the first ending, then repeat line A, and it's the second time, play the second ending. And then line B, the first time, the first ending, line B, the second time, the second ending. You might want to practice pizzicato with me first just to make sure you know the road map. And also your finger pattern, so you don't get lost on all of those things. Feel free to practice it, press pause on my video, and just go through it, make sure you know what you're doing before we even start together. But we're going to go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and play it, and when you're ready, join in. I am going to use fourth finger D for the opening notes, and I think I'm going to use fourth finger for the whole first line. And then I think I'm going to use open for all of line B. So I'm going to use fourth fingers for line A and open for line B. You can see and make sure I do that. That's what I practiced, and that's what because I practiced before I'm playing it for you. So that's what I practiced, and I think I remember that's what I'm going to do. But you can totally like stare in the video and see what if I'm telling the truth or not. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. I'm going to add vibrato. Feel free to add vibrato on anything that's like a half note or longer, and it's not an open string. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure your whole note at the end is 4 full beats. Remember to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and stop. Right? Okay, feel free to practice that as much as you need to with me or on your own. I'm going to go ahead and jump to 83, chorus from Judas Maccabeus. Another trick here in the first measure, you have the high 3 F sharp, and I'm going to use fourth finger because I have a slur. I know we are going over to the G string and we could play open, but to make the slur sound smoother, I'm going to keep it on the same string. And I can't with fourth finger. All right, again, another one that you might want to pizzicato first with me and then press rewind and practice with me. This one goes slower. It's maestoso, which means like majestic and kingly and stately. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really quick to remember on those dotted quarter notes that they are 3/8 notes together. So think 1 and 2 and. So we've got a 3-to-1 ratio. Look at those maths. So make sure that you're counting that correctly and feel free to practice with me. Remember, I'm going to be on Canvas. I have office hours if you look at my Canvas homepage. For now, I'm going to be just replying to emails. I think Canvas is going to open a chat soon, so if we can do that, that would be great. And there might be some other options coming up, but for right now, for the rest of this week, I just want to do reply to emails instantly. So check those hours for when I'm online. I actually am more than that, but that's the time I definitely can reply to emails and stuff. So you'll have access to me right away. I miss you guys. I know we've been working so hard before break, and I can't wait to get back together. Stay safe and healthy.